about the thumbnail, but let's get this one updated. OMG. Kandi and Todd are done. You guys come on in. We will go over this breaking news. And then I also want to show you guys what Kandi had to say last week at BravoCon. She mentioned Todd in her speech. We'll go over that. But this has been rumbling for the past couple days. People noticed that Kandi had removed Tucker from her Instagram page. So she dropped the Tucker off of that. They noticed it, I believe, on, if not her YouTube channel, another platform. And I didn't think too much of that. It was also said that she never had had Tucker listed on Instagram. But the news is absolutely true, guys. After 11 years of marriage, Kandi and Todd Tucker officially announced their divorce today. Let me get my screen set over here. If you guys have not hit the like button, go ahead, hit the like button for me, and happy Friday to each and every one of you. But People Magazine is reporting this. TMZ is reporting this, and we're going to go ahead and take a look. Shout out to the cutie mods in the building. Shocker, shocker. Child, we know, and I have it. Bertha said this is all a scheme that Todd set up, and it looks like Kandi is done. So I am going to go ahead and read you guys what is over here on People Magazine. This came out a couple minutes ago, but it says Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker split after 11 years of marriage. They said that this was a difficult and emotional time. So this is exclusive from People. But as I mentioned, TMZ picked it up as well. So let's go ahead and read this together. It says that Kandi is asking for privacy, grace, and understanding as they navigate this transition with their family. We do know that they have 2 kids. They have Blaze and what's the other child's name? The little boy. Somebody help me. Blaze is child. Anyway, the couple wed in April 2014. Drop it in the comments for me. And they welcome 2 children together. So the official announcement is Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker are going their separate ways after 11 years of marriage. After deep thought and a lot of prayer, I've made the decision to move forward with a divorce. This is a difficult and emotional time, but my focus remains on protecting my peace. Ace. Thank you, Noonie Cat. Being the best mother I can be and co-parenting with love and respect. Kandi said, I'm stepping into a new chapter, pouring into my work, my family, and my own growth. I'm grateful to everyone who supported us throughout the years, and I ask for privacy, grace, and understanding as we navigate this transition with our family. So Kandi is 49 years old. Todd is 52 years old. We do know that they met while filming Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was season 4. Then they did announce their engagement back in January 2013. They tied the knot that following year. So since then, the pair have welcomed 2 children, son Ace 9 and daughter Blaze. Both also have children from a previous relationship. We know about Riley. Riley is 23 years old. And then Todd's daughter, Kayla, is 29 years old. Let's go over a little bit more, and then we're going to go over, hey, Aunt Debbie, we're going to go over that video that I mentioned where just last week, in my opinion, Kandi was singing Todd's, her husband's, praises. In October, Kandi told People the secret to their happy marriage was great communication and having fun together. Now, this may be a little off topic, but I discussed this last week about some of that fun that Kandi and Todd have had with each other. Kandi was on a podcast last week, mentioned that they had just had a threesome together. 6 months ago. So is that a part of the fun? Anyway, she said we have a real understanding of each other. The pair also teamed up professionally on a variety of projects, a soul food restaurant in Georgia, OLG. We do know that they had Blaze the restaurant as well. That location has since been closed. There was an alleged stabbing there. You guys should remember that. Search my videos, you'll find it. They also have a trucking company, and they had that Bravo series about their family and restaurant business. Just a few of their collaborations. Now, they did not mention there, but hopefully they will, but I'll go ahead and say it. We also know that they have produced movies together as well as Bravo shows together. You know, Cam is here, said, well, I guess her mama happy child, Mama Joyce. On November 14th, Kandi was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award at BravoCon. That was last weekend in Las Vegas. And they have what she said, and we will watch what she said. But then Kandi said to Todd, thank you for surviving the blogs, the shade, the rumors, the lies, the truth, the almost fights, the actual fights, the reunion. You earned this too. All right. They go on to say the singer-songwriter who made her Broadway debut in Chicago in the play in 2018 and will make her Broadway return this coming December the 11th. And Kandi is starring in Juliet that'll run through March 8th. And she has built, which is what they says here, an impressive resume as a theater producer, as well as her acting. Kandi was in The Shy and several other things outside of Bravo. She did earn a Tony for the nomination for the piano lesson and produced acclaim revivals. The Wiz, the piano lesson that starred Denzel Washington. No, Othello. Denzel was in Othello. Thoughts of a Colored Man, and last season Othello with Jake, Gyllenhaal and Denzel Washington. We're going to read a couple more, and then we are going to look at Kandi's speech from last week. But again, thank you guys for joining me. It says that Kandi previously shared with people that the former couple's career ambitions were quite aligned. They had intertwined their wants and desires, is what she told people. And she said, we all have these dreams, and sometimes I'll be all out the box, but he'll still be like, okay, babe, let's do it. This is sad. This is sad. Let me see if they have anything else here. This is when, they both look noticeably younger here. And that's when they showed their marriage license back then. She said, though, we've got that forever kind of love. Happy anniversary to Todd. That was back in 2022. That was when they were celebrating 8 years. And at that time, Kandi said, God is so amazing. He makes no mistakes. We have a forever kind of love. What are you all's thoughts? What are you all's thoughts? I'm going to read a couple comments, but I do want to go ahead and get this video together that we will watch in a second. Let's see. Okay, I have that there. Are you guys saddened by this? It is sad. I love Kandi and Todd together. I really do. And, naturally, people want to know what happened, what went wrong. I do want to ask you guys, does this seem like it's out of the blue for you? It does to me. It does. Boss Lady said, allegedly, they were having issues ever since Kandi's last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She didn't come back as an option to try, allegedly, to save her marriage. They okay, child. Boss Lady, you got the inside scoop. Let me know. Are you Carmen? Are you Carmen? Let me know. I'm going to read a couple more comments and then we'll get to the video. A marriage cannot stand with threesomes, period. It will turn into cheating. Good point, Teresa. Aunt Debbie said the same. Threesomes will break up a marriage. So on the outside looking in, we don't know what happened, but I've always been a believer in that it will cause some friction, if not break up a situation. Kandi just said in that video that I mentioned last week and we watched that if Todd or any person steps outside of a threesome and meet up with the person by themselves, that's cheating. To me, I couldn't do it. I've never done it and I wouldn't do it. So we don't know if that is the case. But what we do know is they have officially announced their breakup. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Kandi's full speech when she was just at BravoCon last week. While you guys are watching, hit that like button for me. And I'm going to drop down to the bottom so you guys can see this like this. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look.
This is crazy. Like to see you on the screen when you were little and now you're grown on your own show. Oh my gosh. Okay. Listen.
Okay, and we may not watch the full thing, but we're gonna watch until she talks about Todd.
I did not have Lifetime Achievement Award on my 2025 bingo card. But here we are, and I'll take it. When I first joined RHOA, I thought, okay, cool, I already been famous before. I already won a Grammy, so what is this gonna do? I was like, maybe it'll be something cute to do for a little while. And little did I know, Bravo was gonna have me crying, laughing, arguing, singing, reading bitches, and collecting more checks that I did not expect. But the real MVPs are the Bravo fans. When I made the decision to leave RHOA after 14 seasons, 7 specials and spinoffs, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I said, Lord, will the Bravo fans still love me? And y'all said, yep. Bravo fans are the best fans in the world. Every single time I stepped into something new, whether it was the Broadway shows I produced, y'all were there. The concerts I performed in with my group Escape, y'all were there. Whenever I go live online, y'all show up instantly, and it means the world to me. Y'all are my candy coded clique for real. I was gonna be gone from the Bravoverse, but then the torch passed to my daughter Riley. Riley, y'all are filming season 2 of The Next Gen, and I am so proud. Aren't we proud, Kim? Our girls are doing their thing.
Congratulations to Riley. I don't know if you guys watched the new show. Just want to say that. And there's Kim Zolciak. Let's continue. She's about to get to Todd.
I love y'all. You took the torch, lit it on fire, and brought that Burruss heat to a whole new franchise. And I'm here for it. I have a lot of people to thank because you cannot do reality TV for as long as I did unless you have people who are willing to share the spotlight and the stress. I want to thank my family, my mom, Mama Joyce. The moments that you gave Bravo were iconic. To the OLG, Old Lady Gang, my Aunt Nora and Aunt Bertha. Aunt Bertha spinning in that chair talking about it's a scheme that Todd set up to come to you with the book. That's why I'm here, y'all. Y'all gave Bravo way more drama than they paid for. To Todd, thank you for surviving the blogs, the shade, the rumors, the lies, the truth, the almost fights, the actual fights, the reunions. You earned this award too. To my friends, my crew, my team, the people who worked with me all these years, Carmen, Don Juan, the Old Lady Gang restaurant staff. Y'all lived through the pressure, the opinions, the blogs, the highs, and the lows. And I thank you for letting your lives become a part of this story too. Y'all survived reality TV with me, and y'all deserve hazard pay.
I do want to go ahead and listen to it all, but you guys heard her. She did thank her husband, Todd. Let's go ahead and finish this out. It's about another minute.
So Bravo, truly original, the whole NBCU Universal family, and especially Andy. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a platform where my memes live longer than some people's careers. And Andy, it means so much that our relationship is bigger than the show. Our random texts and check-ins mean a lot to me now more than ever. And to every woman I ever filmed RHOA with, I see some of y'all here tonight. The good, the bad, the shade, the reads, the laughs, the tears. We made history together.
No.
Moments that will live forever. Quoted.
Just gotta pause real quick. It's very sad out there. But you guys know Kandi gonna cry, child.
Forever. Means forever. We created iconic television.
They did.
And to the current ladies of RHOA, I'm rooting for y'all. And I heard y'all still talk about me when I'm not even there.
Oh, child.
Still trying to figure out who kissed Kandi. Don't worry. The secrets are safe with me. Baby, I can't say nothing but clearly. Everybody said a lot. Well, even though I moved on, I will always cherish my time as a housewife. I will always represent our Bravo family because I'm worldwide.
I'm worldwide.
Always be embedded in your motherfucking grave,
Ooh,
bitch.
child.
Fuck you, Bravo.
Excuse me. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. How do I get this? Hold on. Let's stop sharing and now cut it off completely. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? This is shocking. And look, anybody where folks look on in a marriage, it's always shocking to the people on the outside looking in. But I saw a comment that said, this is sudden, somebody cheated. Who put that in here? And yes, he was not at BravoCon. At least I did not see it. Todd did help her build her empire. They did it together. Well, Teresa, we cannot take away from Kandi's fame before Todd. You know what I'm saying? So, on the outside looking in, it may appear that Todd helped her build her empire, but Kandi been about it. You know what I mean? With the group Escape and everything else. So, um, if anything, to me, she built Todd. You know what I'm saying? Todd was a producer, not sure, not trying to count his pockets, but Kandi is the one that had the money, you know, and the means. So I do think that it was her connections that allowed them to build that empire together. Great comment though. Glad she stood her ground on the solid clad prenup. You remember that? I remember it too. Kandi and Todd went back and forth, and she absolutely was about to call it wedding off when it comes to that prenup. So I'm glad to hear that as well. Do you guys think that they made any revisions to it? Put that in the chat for me. And do you remember the details? Let me see if I can find the details of Kandi and Todd's prenup. Give me 1 second. I'm going to read some more comments. Because you know it's out here, child. All right, we about to go over it. Just that quick, I got it. Just that quick, I got it. But sad news. I don't think any of us are rejoicing in this. I do think a lot of us are absolutely trying to see what the heck happened. And I'm sorry, Kandi, and any other woman, hey, grown folks do grown things. What you do is your business. But as a couple of the cuties in the chat said a couple minutes ago, those threesomes, child, no ma'am. No ma'am. Because how do you turn that off? Is it just me? How do you turn that off? Now look, if you really feeling spicy, drop down in my comments and let me know if you've experienced threesomes before or if you currently do. And do you feel like it could cause issues in a marriage? I do. Hey, side eye. Hello, hello, hello. And shout out to the cutie crew. I hope you guys saw my message where I had to reschedule tonight. But I will give you guys the opportunity, any of you, if you want to come up here and give me your thoughts before I get out of here. But let's go over the prenup details. Let's go over the prenup details. It said, yes, Todd did sign a prenup with Kandi, though initially he refused to sign the agreement right before their wedding due to disagreements over certain terms. Excuse me. The couple eventually came to an agreement and he signed the document shortly before they were married. And they do have everything, child. The initial refusal, Todd initially balked at signing the prenup, causing a significant drama on their reality show, Kandi's Wedding. The negotiation, after negotiations and revisions to the agreement, the couple was able to move forward with the wedding. Final signing, Todd eventually signed the prenup, stating that marrying Kandi was more important to him than the dispute over the agreement. And then the terms. The initial version of the prenup reportedly included terms such as Todd receiving zero alimony and having to vacate Kandi's home within 30 days in the event of a divorce. I hope she stuck to that part. I hope she stuck to that. Yeah, go ahead and, I don't even want to say this right now, but go ahead and vacate. And yeah, you're not getting any alimony. For what? You guys think that's fair? Let me know. Let me know. I'm going to read a couple more of your comments. Give me 1 second because I just downloaded Unbertha. And we're going to go ahead and in honor of, child, I should have cropped that. But in honor of what Aunt Bertha had to say, one of the members of the OLG, is not her words, but here it is right here. You guys remember this. It was all a scheme that Todd set up. This is sad, though. Let's see. I'm going to go down to the bottom and come back up to the top. Sounds good to me. I hope she stays away from Real Housewives of Atlanta. They have young children. Good. He kept his place in New York. That was a big deal as well, sweet tea. And he did keep his place and did a lot of remodeling to that place in New York. And it's sad, though, nonetheless. And I'm nosy. I want to know what happened. Yes, it is going to be hard for the kids. Todd is a Mr. Mom type man. Kandi is busy. And I've seen Todd dropping them kids off to school in the morning, picking them up. I just saw a video last week, actually. Let's go to their pages and see what they're saying. Give me 1 second while I bring up their Instagram page, guys. I'm going to go to Kandi's first and see if she posted anything. We'll take a look and see if she scrubbed her page, child. That's the first sign. Let's take a look together. And I promise you guys I'm going to read some more comments. But let's take a look. For me, I ain't had time to do all that deleting. I just started a new page, child. But I'm scrolling. Let me get this off the screen. Kandi got a team. She don't play. So far, no Todd. Guys. Here she is with the kids only. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So the last picture was October the 8th. Todd, you better fight for your wife. I don't know what you did. I'm a woman. I'm on her side. But let's take a look at Todd's page real quickly. Let's see. All right, so there go Todd. And again, this is Todd when a lot of times you guys see Blaze right there. Todd was very hands-on when it comes to the day-to-day operation of, the children. So this is sad. Let's see what he put in his stories. That was 23 hours ago. Forever thankful. T. Tucker Productions Friendsgiving celebration. So giving back to the hood and all of that. Let's see. No Kandi. Who is that on his shoulder, child? You are the CEO of your life. Hire, fire, and promote accordingly. Wow. All right. I don't know, Todd. You're posting women. You're posting women. That's not a good look. Okay, I'm gonna go back and see. Let's look at Kandi's story, and then I will jump back down to you guys, and we'll get out of here. But I am curious to see a couple more of your comments. Kandi, what's she saying?
December 11th, December 11th is my first day through March 8th. And I would love for you guys to come to New York and catch me on stage.
All right,
I was throwing some stuff in the bag because I got to get ready to go out of town.
Okay.
You're just too good to be true. What do you remember, by the way, about working with my friend Kandi Burruss?
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing major in the stories of either, but I am going to read some more comments. What was the 10-year clause concerning their prenuptials? Todd agreed that after 10 years, I don't remember the 10-year terms. Todd agreed that after 10 years, yeah, I don't know the terms as well. And I can't believe that I'm looking this up. But most times that is a marker, you know what I'm saying, where things can be changed. So we will see if it's anything else. All right. So I was able to find something else. Sincerely blessed. And I'll share it on the screen. Let's go ahead and go over this together, guys. Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker had a prenup dispute that almost canceled. We went through all of that. The 10-year anniversary of their marriage is not directly tied to a prenup update, but public statements indicate Kandi Burruss intends to leave premarital assets to her children. All right. I was trying to see if there's anything else. And I don't see anything. So, we'll find out. I will say prayers and condolences, because it's sad to me. And just prayers. I don't have to say the condolences part. Going up for the family, period. Kandi, Todd, the kids, the adult kids, everybody. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? Side-eye, you feel bad for the kids. They are so young. Yeah, it's sad. Look, marriage is hard for sure. And I'm not sure if because it seems so sudden that they did work on it. And I agree with whoever put it in my comments earlier that this seems like somebody cheated. This seems like somebody cheated. And I'm sure it will come out. Will we see Kandi back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? Will we? I believe so. I believe that Blaze is closed. I will look it up real quickly for you, Charnel. OLG restaurant closed. Let's see. Oh, wow. Well, I'm not going to read that part. It's allegedly. Well, I read it, but it's alleged. It says, yes, Kandi Burruss's Old Lady Gang restaurant, along with Blaze Steak and Seafood, has permanently closed due to unpaid rent. But that is according to Michelle A.T. Ellian. I don't know if that is true or not. They said a lawsuit was filed by Montego Pacific Incorporated, the landlord, seeking over $154,000 in back rent. Let me look at something else. All right, so I'll go ahead and share this one. The first one was just a breakdown of what Michelle A.T. Ellian had to say, but they do have it listed here, guys, that there were financial issues. We may have spoken about this not too long ago, in the summer, I believe. And I touched in, it was a touch and go for me. But it did say that they did owe that landlord over $154,000 in unpaid rent, property damages, and repair fees. While Kandi stated she was confident a resolution would be reached, a separate report from July 2025 indicates the restaurants were shut down. So there has been a lawsuit that's been filed. And Kandi said that her name was included for publicity. So, yeah, I don't know how we got there. Oh, we got there because of Charnel. All right, let me read a couple more comments. It's me. Wanda Marie said, Todd won't be downstairs like Drew's husband. Absolutely not. And I saw an update somewhere yesterday where Drew recently spoke on that, and Ralph is still in that damn basement. So yeah, Kandi not having that at all. Yeah, she will speak on it. She will. Hey, committed to the journey. How are you, sis? Okay, let's see. Yes, I hope they can stay amicable as well. They do have young kids. Ace is 9, and did they say Blaze was 7 or somewhere around there? Still in single digits. That's a long time. And so far so good, as far as them not coming out here clowning each other. And I hope it stays that way. The kids are the only ones who suffered through this. Todd was a good father. Yeah, sometimes you could be a good father, but not a good husband or a good wife. You know what I mean? I think she only changed on things, and that was the time frame of staying in that home. I think he's in the other house. Yeah, we don't know, but I doubt if she would allow that. Quick question to you guys: did Kandi purchase that home before marriage? You guys know she got a good deal. That house that she bought in Atlanta for $1 million. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So she did. Kandi bought that home before Todd. So according to the prenuptial agreement, clause. Oh no, now this is giving me another date. So it looks like Todd may have 90 days. Child, everything is alleged. I don't know nothing. But she did purchase that home before they got married. She purchased it in 2012. And she stated that anything she owned before marriage will go to her children. But right here, it says the prenuptial agreement included a clause for Todd that would allow him 90 days to move out if the marriage ended. We read earlier 30 days. So, sad news, guys. It really is. They do have that guest house. So if the 90 days is true, then yes, I could see one being in the main house and one being in that other house. Both of the homes are fabulous. They did a lot of work on those homes. So they can still be separated. You know what I'm saying? Althea, her comments about what is on People. We already read it. So go back in. Red Ball says, go back to the beginning. I did read the breaking news from People magazine. Already did. So go back, sis. Okay, let's see. Todd isn't leaving broke. He'll be okay. Todd will still be a good father. I agree. Well, one man or women, they both have been very open, committed to the journey of them liking a little spice in their life and in their marriage and threesomes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was just one woman, and that's my whole thing. I'm not down with threesomes, period. But it seems like it's always women joining in. And why not two men and a woman? We'll have to discuss that in the members only, child. The threesomes to me always is two or other women joining the wife and the husband, we shall see. I am no prude, but I don't believe in adding folks to your marriage at all. At all. Don't know if the marriage was open or not. I don't think so, Queen's Key. I don't think that was the case, sis. I just think that they were open enough to have their own activities and fun together. So Kandi did state, I'll see if, well, no, I'm not going to be able to find it. I was going to say, I'll see if I can go through my DMs real quick, but I got hundreds of messages over there. But she did state just last week on a podcast that if either of them were to step outside with the person that they had a threesome with, that's cheating. December to March, that means he will be handling the kids. Well, February, if we're looking at full months. And I think they'll still come up with some type of agreement. We cannot take that away from Todd. Very, very active dad. Kandi, active mom as well. And I really do hope for the kids' sake that it continues. So, yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because of the kids, because they're so young and tough conversations will need to be had, Sammy, I was going to text you earlier to see if you found out how to do what I asked you to do. I'm going to have a little extra time tomorrow. If you haven't, I'll research this. But thanks for joining me, little sis. All right, couple more comments. I'm out of here just joining and seeing this news. I'm surprised he lasted this long. I know Mama Joyce doing cartwheels. Ooh, child. They will split what they did while married only. Right. So the and yes, Sammy, Mama Joyce, and Aunt Bertha. Do you guys think, before I get out of here, because it seemed that way, Mama Joyce have been a mess, period. I remember her going back and forth. I remember Todd's mom, may she rest in peace, standing up for him. Mama Joyce was mean, real mean and nasty. But do you guys think that over the years that their relationship got a little better? Sometimes the mamas are right. I just said that in a comment. Dog it. And I think it was one of my videos. Let me look at my video. It was about Eddie's mother. Somebody commented on the Wendy and Eddie video and we talked about this too, how Eddie's mom always felt some type of way about Wendy. And look, moms be knowing sometimes. So Mama Joyce may have been on to something. All right. Kandi's more busy and successful. Todd will have the kids and should more. Kandi is always starting a business. Sadly, Todd probably jealous he don't make as much. Yeah, we don't know. We just putting it together, but it is sad. Another marriage is coming to an end after 11 years. Kandi Burruss is the one that announced her split from husband Todd Tucker. So you guys, it's a split right now. It's a split. Hey, J28, I got a DM over there from you. I got to answer. It's a split right now. We don't know what happened. If it's salvageable, I wish that upon them. If it's not, we'll read our statement again before we get out of here, because what I heard is what a lot of us have been saying lately that made the choice to end marriages. My peace is more important. Okay. Yes. Blaze is closed and OLG. Hey sis. Gia said, didn't know you were live. Yeah, I jumped on as soon as this came across my little timeline, child. But let's go over her statement again. And then we're gonna get out of here. But Kandi said, after deep thought and a lot of prayer, I've made the decision to move forward with a divorce. This is a difficult and emotional time, but my focus remains on protecting my peace. So Todd, your ass did something. She goes on to say, being the best mother I can be and co-parenting with love and respect. And I do hope that that's the case. I hope that they can co-parent with love and respect, and we shall see. We shall see. Yes, committed to the journey. For those of you that came in after this live started, make sure to go back to the beginning. I did show Kandi's speech at BravoCon last week, where she did thank Todd and said he'd been through a lot and survived everything, the blogs, the lies, the this, the that, but they didn't survive each other as it appears right now. We don't know. We don't know. So you can't say that 100%, Jacqueline. We don't know, sis, unless you Kandi's cousin or somebody. I just said they were locked in when I saw talks about it the other day. Right. When they were talking about she dropped Tucker from Instagram, I promise you, I don't pay attention to folks' bios and who they following and when they stop following each other. I don't do all of that. But it has been a topic on social media this week for the past, at least since Tuesday or Wednesday. I didn't touch it because, there were comments that were saying that she never had Tucker on there, but it looks like they were on to something, Yeah, it did say that they have a trucking company together. So, yeah, we're speculating, but what Jacqueline said, what you said, it all could be, but we just don't know. So, for the sake of this video, it is alleged, child. It's alleged. And we'll see. I'll come back to you guys when I hear something else. But thank you again for joining me for this impromptu live video. I do too. What a way to end this off. I wish them both peace. Marriage seems hard from experience it. Yes, ma'am. It is. And I do. I wish them peace. And exactly what Kandi said, that they can co-parent with love and respect, So sad day in Black American history, child. Sad day. Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker are done. They're done. All right. Shout out again to the cutie mods in the building. Teresa Wright, Aunt Debbie. I believe I saw Linda Gamble. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the Cutie crew that joined me. If you did not see this from the beginning, red ball it, which means rewind and watch from the beginning. Also, you guys hype the video up. You can hype up the videos, and that will keep us in the algorithm and all of that. I have a video that will be dropping at 6 p.m. my time, which is 8 p.m. So keep your notifications on. Keep your notifications on. Okay, last comment for real, because I agree with this. Empress and Andy. Empress and Andy, I believe. You said blessings to the entire family. I definitely don't like to see a family breaking up, but unfortunately, sometimes it's the best. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I'll say this before I go. Their friend circle is huge. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to other celebrities in Atlanta and all of that, I'm sure people will be in their ear. So right now it is a separation. But let's send out some positivity to Kandi and Todd, as well as a big virtual hug to Ace and Blaze, Riley and Kayla, the whole family, you know? All right, guys, I am out of here. Thank you guys again for joining me for this video. If you have not hit the like button, please do that. Make sure you're subscribed. Drop down in the comments if I miss your comments, and let me know your thoughts. I'll chat with you guys soon. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.